Hey, welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie. We are shaking up our ketones. It's a little bit later than normal. So welcome to the 4 o'clock tasting and your keto tip today. Today, we're going to talk about there is no perfect keto diet for everybody. Like, it's not a one size fits all. So what does that look like for you? How do you make it work for you? And I have a really cool, I don't remember who said it, but I heard this little quote or this saying. I heard somebody say this before and I loved it. I don't even remember if it was a boy or a girl. But the quote was simply this: the diet that will work for you, I like to say the lifestyle, but the diet that will work for you is the diet that you stick with long term. Therefore, making it a lifestyle, right? And so we're going to talk a little bit about that real quick and what it could look like for you and why it's different for everybody. So as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? I'm going to stir up my mom fuel. I'm stirring a blueberry acai for today. And for those who have asked, yes, it comes in caffeine or caffeine free. It is 4 o'clock. Caffeine does not keep me awake. So most people at 4 o'clock might not be drinking caffeine. You would drink a caffeine free. Everybody's a little different, just like the way that food affects your body. I could drink caffeine and go to sleep in 30 minutes if I really wanted to. I'm not tired, but if I had to go to bed, I could go to bed. It would be fine. So as you're tuning in, I want to know, how was your day? And why don't you share below your favorite keto snack or low carb snack? If you need a snack during the day, not just because you want to snack, I often say if you're not hungry, don't eat. So don't just be snacking on keto foods just because it's keto, but for real, what is your favorite low carb keto snack? Post that below so you can give some people ideas of if they need a snack to hold them over till dinner. I prefer macadamia nuts. Those are my favorite. Just so you know, anytime you're eating a nut, I'm stirring this baby up. Make sure you pay attention to the back of the bag or the box or whatever you're taking your nuts out of. Because the portions are pretty small. It's about 1/4 cup, right? It's about a small handful. Not sit down on the couch with a bag and constantly eat them because they're low carb or keto. No. We don't do that, right? So, yes, almonds, I snack on those. I love that. Pepperoni, cheese sticks. Yes, thank you for sharing. So your favorite snack. All right, here's why I say the keto diet is not a one size fits all. I'm sure you've seen it online. People will say, buy my 28-day keto diet. It works for everybody, right? So sometimes people say the keto diet is hard. I get it, because if you're trying to track everything perfectly and make it perfect and have all your macros, within the first week of your diet perfect and the fridge looks perfect, like, it's going to be stressful, right? But I also want you to know, for instance, men and women, our bodies are different. Women, we have hormones. The older that you get, you deal with things like menopause. I mean, I don't have to tell you what you're dealing with, But if you are on this journey with your spouse, it's going to look different. I can eat different than my husband, right? And so, for example, maybe you both start at the same time and your husband drops 20 pounds and you're teetering around 6. The wives will message me often and go, I'm so frustrated. My husband's down 20 pounds and I've barely moved the scale. We've talked about the scale in the past. We've talked here on the page about paying attention to inches and clothes fitting differently and all the different ways of measurements. But it is different. Men and women are different, right? The diet, this lifestyle might look different for you. Some of you can eat as much dairy as you want. Others of you cannot. And so when you dive into this, I want you to truly pay attention to how your body's feeling. If you eat a whole bunch of dairy and you're like, this is keto, it's great, but you're not feeling great and you're feeling bloated, that is a sign that you probably overate, right? You can't eat the same way. If somebody needs to lose 100 pounds and somebody needs to lose 20 pounds and you're doing the keto diet, it's going to look different for both of you. And so the biggest thing that I love about this lifestyle is it will work long term if you pay attention to your body, you eat better foods, right? Some people are dirty keto. Some people are low carb. Some people are lazy keto. Some people are clean keto. Everybody has their own name, right? I eat more protein than a lot of people who are keto. So am I in ketosis? I drink ketones every day. Is my body always making ketones? No. Am I low carb? 100%. I just eat more protein. My goal isn't to lose weight. My goal is to actually gain muscle. My goal is to, there's just lots of different things. So the biggest thing I want you to, really here's my focus for you. I want you to focus on yourself when you're on this lifestyle. I want you to stay in your own lane, right? You hear me? Sometimes I want to like tap on people's heads and be like, stop looking over there. Stop looking at your best friend. Stop comparing yourself to your coworker or your husband or whoever. Stay in your own lane. If you are focusing on what you're drinking, I'm drinking more water than I ever have. Awesome. I stopped drinking pop. Good for you, right? I stopped snacking all day long and I only eat when I'm hungry. Good job. I intermittent fast. That's awesome. I took the bun off my burger yesterday. That's a win, right? Celebrate yourself. Stop looking at your spouse or your best friend and go, I know what I'm doing is going to work. I did not get here overnight. I'm not going to get there overnight. And if I consistently drink more water, make better choices, cut back on the sugar, eat more proteins and veggies, add some fat in there, it will work. Because the opposite worked, right? If you were eating a lot of fast food, eating a lot of junk, drinking your sugar, if you were doing all of those things, it worked the opposite way. So if you cut those things out, it might not go as fast, but it will work. So the tip is simply this. The diet that's going to work for you is the diet that you stick with long term. And I talked to, her name is Carmen. She is some of our very best friends. Well, his mom, her mother-in-law. And she came over the other day because we bought a whole bunch of cow from her. My freezer is full. Which, by the way, if you want to know more about my mom fuel, it's incredible. Post 5 in the comments. I drink it every day. Puts me in ketosis. I feel incredible. I was chatting with Carmen about it. But so she came over. We were buying a whole bunch of meat. I've got a freezer full of meat. And she was talking about the keto diet. We were just talking about food or eating healthy. And she had said she reached a point where she wanted to lose 20 pounds, right? So she did Weight Watchers. And I said, listen, whatever works for people, the diet that works for you is the one you stick with long term. So for example, you don't have to be eating strict keto to drink this product. This product, I have people that are vegan, Whole30, people that eat they're healthy, a lot of people that are keto, some are low carb, it just depends, right? Some people are like, I can just do gluten-free. Totally fine, because this helps with your appetite and it helps with your craving. It's going to help you with all of those things. But what I loved that Carmen said the other day is she said, she goes, I did Weight Watchers with my friend and I did all of the things. I reached my goal, but she goes, here's what she does. And I love it. She goes, I don't really do it except for, I think once a month. I think it's once a month or maybe once a year. It must be once a month. All she does is she shows up for her weigh-in because it's her accountability. And she knows that it keeps her, she knows like every month I'm going to weigh in. And I'm not going to, I guess you got to pay like $2 if you go over the weight that you want to be. The logistics are simply this. She has accountability. She met her goal, but she wants to stay where she's at. And so she simply weighs in once a month. It works for her. She goes, it keeps me where I'm at. So I say all of that because that worked for Carmen, right? And she looks incredible and she feels great and she's a grandma and she goes biking and she's a super peppy, optimistic person. She's great. And so, but she's not doing keto. She likes ketones. Well, her husband does. Actually, I think they both do. Anyways, I say all of that because I want you to know, like, whatever lifestyle you're looking for, if you can't stick to super strict keto of tracking all of your macros and, being the perfect ketogenic dieter, it's okay. It's okay because most people here are more low carb, lazy keto, drop the sugar, drink more water, make better choices, and do it forever, right? They don't just do it because the vacation is coming up or because the wedding is around the corner. They do it because they want to feel good all the time, not just for a few months. So that is your tip of the day. I hope it's helpful. If you were just tuning in, the question I asked earlier was, what is your favorite keto snack or low carb snack? Share below so that everybody can have some ideas. Otherwise, cheers to you. I've got an eventful, super jam-packed evening and rest of the week. So continue to tune in, ask questions. I'm here to help. If you want to know more about my mom fuel, it's pretty incredible. I'd love to connect with you. Just post 5 in the comments and we'll chat. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an incredible day. We'll talk to you soon.